Hey, Smoker J Quasi 91 with the positives and negatives of the upcoming title Maximum Football 2023, which is supposed to start early access sometime here in the spring. Am I correct there, Quaz?
Yes, sir. I'm thinking I'm gonna put my flag in the ground and say before July.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So, what do you want to hit up first? We can hit up the positives or the negatives.
Well, let's just aim for all the negative Nancy's first. Let's do the negatives first.
You shut up! You shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now. You shut up! Are you doing this? No, I'm doing
You
this.
want to do it? Okay, let's get okay. First thing that we're going to hear out is let's start with a lack of presentation.
Ooh, okay. This is a big one because everybody goes, "Well, I play online, so I don't really see a lot of presentation." You're wrong. You're wrong. Here, let me explain why you're wrong. Because yes, you don't see all the cutscenes and all the little giddies and gadgets pop up on your screens, but you do see player movement like before snap, pre-snap, sideline, all that stuff. It's very important. It's very important to have that smooth and laid out. And a lot of people will literally judge a game just based on the huddle scene, right, Jay?
Yeah. Yes. And,
That's
and honestly,
simple part.
yeah, and the game's lacking that from what we've seen in the videos and all that. Like some of it looks impressive, but some of it is, lackluster.
Yeah, it's if you ask me, like, there was more huddle movements in like early Xbox 360 games than it is right now. But then again, it's early.
Yeah. No, and also no online connected franchise mode
That's
at launch. That's
huge.
big.
Huge.
Yeah.
Especially for what we do here.
Yes.
Especially. But it's back to the old thing that I've said in MLB videos, we've said in multiple videos in the past, is that franchises are cool and talking about your franchises are cool, but if I can't play with my friends in a game mode that's been a staple in games since, what was it, 08, Jay, you were saying? Was it 06? Somewhere back beyond the time.
Yeah, way back in time. But that's important. Like that's a feature that I like. Honestly, I feel it's like a staple of a game launching, and it's not going to have that at launch.
It baffles me that FIFA and hockey has made it this long without having it.
Yeah, and I think they kind of suffered because, like, well, I can't say that. FIFA's a different animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I caught myself before I said something stupid. FIFA's a different animal. Like NHL has actually kind of like I don't hear that much about NHL.
You don't. It's definitely the lower class of the EA titles for sure.
Yeah,
But
it fades to oblivion because people can't, you can't pile up with your buddies and
you can't
play.
Nope.
Yeah, the world. I think FIFA is real successful. I'm a little bit of a tangent, but we'll bring it back. So FIFA is on a world stage, and you've always, like me and you've gone back and forth, and that kind of shows you how we think over here on this North American continent.
How small we are.
Yeah, small way. Like, yeah, like they don't need it on in FIFA, but that's neither here nor there. Go to the next point in cons is no NFL license.
Ooh, I'm gonna let you go first on this because you've been watching football since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. It's been a minute, so I'm gonna get your take on that.
Yeah, this is big to a lot of people. Myself, not. I mean, and I we want to put this out there because not everybody thinks like us. A lot of people can say, yeah, it doesn't need the NFL license. We're in that group, but for a lot of people, it just not launching with NFL license and NFL players is a big thing. A lot of people don't know about the wonders of a customizable league where you'll have those teams. They want those from the developers. Yep. I don't know why. That's just like, it's a weird thing. Like, yeah, they'll be in the game. I'm sure with all this customization, you'll be able to download them, but that's not good enough for a lot of people.
No, I think it's just instant gratification. Like, people just want what they want. And like, well, if I can't play with my Green Bay Packers or my Chicago Bears or my Kansas City Chiefs right out of the box, I don't want it.
Yeah, because they don't trust what, other people. They don't trust how they're statting people or how they're putting their attributes or whatnot. It's just weird, Like, you look at these games like what they resurrected college football 14 with updated rosters.
Mod, yep.
All Pro 2K did it.
Yep.
And we'll hit that.
Well, it's also what you say all the time, right? When Madden, when you would go like, well, I can't really jive with anybody else but the Bears, right? Because I have that connection with the Bears. It could be as simple as that. Like, it's like, well, I don't really want to play a football game unless I can play with the Commanders. You know? So.
And here's what's sad about it, and we talked about this earlier. All Pro football 2K8. It's legendary.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when that game came out, nobody gave it the time of day, and it was because there's no NFL license. And look, here we are, almost what, like 13,
almost
14
a decade
years
and a half.
later.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what it's hailed as one of the greatest games ever. But people wouldn't buy it because of what we're talking about.
They could still be making it right now, you idiots.
Yeah. Now, the next thing is no MUT.
Ooh,
and it's free to play. It's free to play. I hear people say this all the time. You're going to be on a paywall.
I'm gonna have to pay for socks. I'm gonna have to pay for helmets. But you would pay for packs out like it's going out of style. Yeah, no MUT. For me personally, if MUT died, I wouldn't care. Yeah, that's how I feel personally. But I know people just play sports games to play the Ultimate Team. I know that for sure. And without that feature in it, it's already dead. Hell, look, example, right? If Isaiah was a sports fan, and since it's got no online competitive scene, he wouldn't play it. There's people like that.
Yeah.
So, it just happens. It's just a part of gaming now. That's where the culture we're at. If they can't compete and they can't play with their Ultimate Team pretty fancy fake cards, it's not going to matter in 6 weeks. Then they're not going to play it.
And we're just putting it out there. This is the uphill battle that Maximum is fighting. These things that we're mentioning, I mean, these are real. A lot of us, we're on the opposite side of this, but we understand that everybody doesn't think like us. This is just like, I'm not even paying attention to this. I'm not dealing with this game. It's free. I don't care. Start doing it. I want to spend money on MUT packs.
Yeah, I want to buy my fake cards to see my free 99s on the screen. Nah, I don't. Look. I know we're gonna get to the point in this video, but please, as you're listening, list the things down below. If you think we're wrong, I think we're right, things that you think is pros and cons of this, we would love to get y'all's feedback on this as well.
Oh yeah. Now let's go to the positive side.
Yay, rainbows!
Yes. It's not animation based and it's free to play.
Oh,
that's number one.
Okay, you take this microphone because I feel like you had a very good description of this, and then Micah literally just regurgitated what you said in a private conversation. If you remember what I'm talking about. And you want to catch my back real quick? So free to play gives the option to make their community way bigger than it would be if they put a price tag on it.
Yes.
It gives a chance for them to release the game in the early access state and not charge you a dime, and get feedback and build the game and charge things for people, the things that the community actually wants. Example, we had one crazy example. What if they had a list of like all the legendary coaches from 2000 or teams from the 2000s or the 90s, and then they charge you for a pack of them, or just some randomness like that. It gives free to play is not a death sentence.
No, it's not.
If it's done right.
Yes, that's important. Yeah, if it's done right, and like I said, it's getting the game in as many hands as possible. Mm-hmm. Without any investment. Like asking somebody even at $20 to walk in the door, $30 to walk in the door. People feel like they got a lot of rights for even if they just paid $5 for it.
Yeah, we got real entitlement issues here.
Yeah, somebody could have $5 and come in there and, it's only $5 and wreck your game, even if it's close to Madden. But, yeah, and also it's not animation based.
Yes, oh my, okay, I know you got a lot to say about this. Come on, come on.
Yeah, I'm still currently right now in a Madden league. And I played the game a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And just... it's just without going too deep into it, like once you're playing Madden and you just watch these pathetic animations play out and you have no control over what's going on, it's the worst. Acrobat, lurker, all that crazy stuff. it's too much.
Here's the thing. You remember a time where we thought the animations was the coolest things to slice bread?
Yeah.
And we were like, this is really cool. Now, we could feel the same way about physics and no animation base, and we'd be like, okay, but then once the honeymoon wears off, it wears off. But I don't think so, because there hasn't been a game like this that's pushed this far. That's where there is some animations. Obviously, you can't make a game without some animations.
No,
but,
yeah, you have to blend and make people look like they're running. That's the
real deal.
Yeah, that's the reason for mocap outfits.
Now,
you know,
the tackling. The tackling doesn't look like every other tackle I've ever seen. The catch doesn't look like every other catch I've ever seen. Okay, perfect example, and I'll leave it at this. I'm playing Madden, and I know what route I throw, and when I see what animation, what's going to happen. Before I even catch the ball.
I'm watching the show.
Yeah, you know exactly. And if you tell me you don't, you're lying. Yeah. So that's just
watching.
Yeah.
Oh no, very good, very good observation. The next is customization.
Oh my god. We've already done one video on this, you know.
Yeah,
we have to keep this short.
So everybody knows out there just the ability to create what you want.
Literally anything.
Yeah, that's a sorry. Even the NFL teams.
Yes.
Connect one of our cons.
I can put every dollar that I own in the bank account. By 2 to 3 weeks when this game is out, you're going to have downloadable jerseys and downloadable rosters. Somebody's going to make them.
Yes. And now here's something that Micah talked about. It's not tied to a big publisher or, no NFL license.
Flip the coin on that.
So,
then we did.
Yeah, so you can have as hard of hits as you want to. People's helmets can come, they can come flying off. You're not tied to, actually, I would imagine in this game, you can have players out of the game because of concussions. You can have concussion protocol.
You actually see injuries on the field. Like when they would break their leg, you would see the leg being broke.
Yeah,
or whatever.
And there's something I can't even tell you the last time that I even saw in a Madden game that somebody tore their ACL.
Well, you actually see it. Yeah, no. No.
So, I mean, it's your play, that's an injury that happens. It's like they have an obsession, and hopefully a lot of people know what I'm talking about out there. A torn labrum. I didn't know that those things were so,
Yeah, torn labrum is apparently the graham cracker of the fucking muscle group. Yeah, no, it happens. It's in the game, but it's so rare. But there are moments in Madden history, guys, and you can look up the famous clip, "In the Mind of a Greg Jennings."
Oh yeah,
where
you can actually see it.
Yeah, you can literally see it happen.
He's running with a limp.
Yep, that's
important,
man.
Yeah, I think that's important to have in the game. And last one that you had is lower expectations because of no NFL license.
Yeah. Well, this is just as a whole to the game, not just because of the NFL license. And I'll leave it short and sweet to let Jay have a little say so on this. If we go into this game just seeing an image of it or a clip or free to play throwing you away, and if you go into this game negatively, you're gonna have a bad time with it regardless. But this game is free, everyone. It's gonna be an early access. Also, to put that little pin note on it. So go in there. Enjoy it. It costs you nothing. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. But I'm telling you, the way this game can blow up because the bar is not as high as Madden, because we know where Madden's level should be and it just hasn't been there in a long time. This game has a chance to come right under the radar and blow everything up because the bar is not as high, if that makes sense.
Oh, and honestly, to wrap this whole thing up, and this goes into what you're saying, when the game does come out in early or late spring, remember, it's early access.
Mm-hmm.
And early access is early access. You're there to improve the game, provide feedback, to help them expand.
Build the game you want.
Yeah, I'm telling you, too many of the negative Nancy's out there on the internet will kill a game before it has a chance to prosper.
2K8's a perfect example.
Yeah, and this is going out there to all the content creators, and we've seen this. And I'm going to bring up a game right now of Undisputed Boxing. It was put out as it's unfinished. It's in early access. It doesn't have career mode. A lot of the punching mechanics are not going to be there. But yet, you have people trashing this game, and the population of people that were playing the game has going has gone down because people have their final judgment on the game.
It's not even out yet.
No, it's not. It's early. That's why it's called early access.
Here's an example. Star Citizen for you. Could you imagine if somebody said, "This game is garbage," but it's been in early access for years, but the game's not out. It's not a finished product.
No, they're putting it out there to make sure if everybody does their part and supplies positive feedback and does stuff to help them improve the game, that helps out tremendously. And they're not even charging you a dime.
Nope. Here's what I recommend. Instead of going at them like a gross human normally would, okay, how about form some structured criticism? It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be like, okay, this is terrible, please fix it. But come at them in a way that you can have a sit-down conversation. Just don't get on Twitter or Reddit or Discord and yell at them.
And hate like the reason why there is no competitor to Madden is because of everybody out there. Like All Pro 2K8, guess what? That game could still be going on without the NFL license, but you had those out there that killed it and wouldn't invest in it because of that. Yeah, at the end of the day, the reason why Madden stands at the top of the hill like it does is because of all of us out there that don't get behind things like this. And this is, it's free to play. Like you literally, and with all the customization, you can help shape the future of this game.
Continuously.
Yes.
Continuously. Not just for the now, for the future and beyond. And I'm going to end it on this because this is what gamers always like to say, and then I'll let Jay do the generic outro for y'all, is that vote with your wallet.
Yeah.
So if you like this game or want this game to be better or whatever, support it. Please. Give feedback. Please. Don't go into it initially on the downslide. Go in there positive. Give them feedback. Let them improve. Give them time to grow it.
Yes.
And we will have a competitor that Madden and this also benefits Madden because if Maximum Football is better, then Madden's going to be better.
Yeah. And here, to put a bow on it is you don't have to come out and just make a YouTube video about how bad it sucks or go to random forums or Discords and get into the actual Discord and discuss issues with the game without being, I don't know what the problem with that is. Rather than just an incomplete game and making a video on it and shit talking it instead of adding actual constructive criticism. We just like you said, we can't act like human beings. We gotta act like I don't know what.
It's clicks, man. It's for the clicks. You do it for the clicks. But
for all Maximum Football news and anything that you want to hear, positive or negative, make sure that you tune in here at SGN Hub. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe, man. We need the subscribers.
Hit that button.
Yes, sir. But till next time, Smokey J, Bossy 91. We out.
Hey.